So Deepa, for me, honestly, in the beginning, it was quite hard. I'm someone who loves going to office, so waking up in the morning, getting ready, and heading out. Also, the first 3 months of the year, I actually traveled to the corporate office, which is in Gurgaon, which meant meeting the larger team, getting to just be with everyone. But this meant being limited to home and being homebound with absolutely no help and juggling between your home chores and then managing crisis, which obviously had no hours, which meant there could be an email coming in at 9 o'clock in the evening, and you need to respond to it. But I guess like we human beings are quite resilient, and we always find a way to adapt to our situations. So that's exactly what's happened, and I'm now completely at peace with how life is, and how the day flows. Yeah, and I guess we always find a way of managing things, and finding peace in how the situation around us is. And that's exactly what's happened to me. Yeah, and life has all been about Zoom calls, about online meetings, pretty much. I'm really waiting for the world to start traveling again, without, with seamless boundaries. So that's what I'm waiting to see. That's what's keeping me awake. And so Deepa, for me, it's not a brand, but it is this person, Vikas Khanna, who started the Feed India initiative. And sitting in New York, he's already distributed over 22 million meals. I think he's done a phenomenal job, and obviously there are teams behind him, supporting him to do this. They're using social media as one of their main channels to communicate about the initiative. It's obviously been a combination of proactive and reactive work that the team's done, and I think just the way he's been covered, and I think the way he's been driving his passion, that to me comes as a good example of how sometimes honesty and things driven out of passion can go so far. So, Deepa, for us, after this pandemic, we actually came up with a broad strategy, an overall broad strategy. We worked with specific groups. We also had specific groups in mind, and we had regular team briefings. We ensured that we adapted to the situation quickly. We kept ourselves agile. The plan was kept simple. It was pointed, and that kind of enabled us to lend support to the hotels, to the teams and the corporate teams, which were taking care of many other functions. This was a time when actually digital channels really came in and helped us remain connected to our customers. So whether it was about being connected to our all members, our core plus members, or even our teams, I think digital media really came in to support us. In this endeavor, we were even able to deliver, IBIS gigs. So music is one of the passion points for the IBIS brand. And in 2019, we'd done a series of gigs across all IBIS hotels. And this year, we did not let the pandemic stop that. We actually did the gig every Friday, and we were able to deliver this online experience to our customers through Instagram and Facebook. It's really been a hard journey, and I think recovering from this pandemic for the hospitality industry is going to be hard. But yeah, slowly and surely, we are definitely going to recover. For us at Accor, we've come up with a All Safe label, which is essentially our cleanliness and prevention standards. We have an all safe officer, a designated all safe officer at all our hotels, and of course, innovation is going to be key. So whether it's food deliveries, coming up with DIY kits, or innovating when it comes to online experiences that you take home to the customer to make sure that they remember you. I think those things will become the order of the day. I'd like to add that
Yeah.
sometimes it's not about what is done, but it's more about how it's done.
Yeah.
Clearly, there is no substitute for authenticity, and being transparent is important. Keeping that channels of communication, that internal communication with employees is important. We are going through a pandemic. It's definitely not easy. People have lost jobs. They've gone through significant pay cuts. They've had emergencies. There's been impact on families. I think bearing all that in mind, you know if communicated well, I think people would understand. Bhuvnesh, I'd just like to add to this. So for us at Accor, we introduced the Employee Wellness and Assistance Program, which is again a counseling facility which is available to all our employees. Internal communication, like Raki mentioned, definitely very, very important. Town halls being hosted both virtually as well as with the limited number of team members at the hotel. I think that also played a very important role. In fact, for Accor India, our COO even hosted, these virtual town hall sessions during this lockdown. So I think all these elements, they go a long way in building that experience for the internal customer, which is the employee, and I think contributes to their belief in the company. I agree. I completely agree. I think it can even be at the cost of over communicating
Yeah.
or reiterating ourselves. But this is an important message. It's the need of the hour. You're dealing with a pandemic. There are expectations, new expectations that consumers have, and I think it is going to be important to talk about it and keep relaying it.